this video, I have questions on historical events from between 1950 to 1980. Let's see how many questions you can get right. What year did the Cuban Missile Crisis standoff between the US and the Soviet Union occur in? The answer is 1962. In which year did Rosa Parks refuse to give up her bus seat, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott? The year was 1955. In which year did the construction of the Berlin Wall begin in? That was 1961. What year saw the release of the first Starbucks coffee shop in Seattle, Washington? The first shop opened in 1971. Who was the 37th President of the United States, serving from 1969 to 1974, and famously resigned from office during the Watergate scandal? Correct answer is Richard Nixon. This influential American musician and cultural icon is often referred to as the King of Rock and Roll. Who is he? That's right, Elvis Presley. The introduction of the iconic Rubik's Cube puzzle took place in which year? That would be 1974. In 1971, which company introduced the world's first microprocessor, revolutionizing the electronics industry? That would be Intel. Who was the British rock band known for their hit songs Hey Jude, Let It Be, and Yesterday during the 1960s and 70s? Yeah, that's right, the Beatles. Which iconic fast food restaurant chain, known for its golden arches, was founded in 1955? The answer is McDonald's. What year did the Beatles make their historic appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in the United States? That happened in 1964. Which event occurred in 1969 when a music festival featuring iconic performances by artists like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin took place? That would be the Woodstock Festival. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was signed into law by which U.S. president? Correct answer is Lyndon B. Johnson. Known as the Iron Lady, this British Prime Minister served from 1979 to 1990 and was the first woman to hold office. Who is she? She would be Margaret Thatcher. Who was the American musician and cultural icon known as the King of Pop, famous for hits like Thriller and Billie Jean? That's right, it's Michael Jackson. In 1971, the first email was sent using ARPANET, a precursor to the internet. Who sent this historic email? The answer is Ray Tomlinson. The first successful heart transplant surgery was performed by Dr. Christian Barnard in which year? Yeah, 1967. Which major event occurred in 1957 when the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite into space? That was the Sputnik 1 launch. The March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, where Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, took place in? The year was 1963. In 1955, which African nation achieved independence from colonial rule, becoming the first sub-Saharan country to do so? Correct answer is Ghana. What year did the Cuban Revolution, led by Fidel Castro, result in the overthrow of the Batista government? That was in 1959. Which famous event occurred on July 20th, 1969, when astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to walk on the moon? That was the Apollo 11 mission. The Summer of Love and the counterculture movement emerged in which American city in the 1960s? Correct, San Francisco. The release of the first James Bond film, Dr. No, starring Sean Connery, took place in? Correct year is 1962. Which year marked the release of the first home video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey? That's right, it was 1972. So how many historical events did you get right? Share your score in the comments and give me a thumbs up if you had fun. Thank you so much for watching.